Hi, Gun Parade. How's it going? Oh, that's a name I don't recognize. I do not know the game What Remains of Edith Finch. No. Babadook, have you watched Over the Garden Wall yet? Sorry, I gotta get this off just chatting. Well, I promise. Well, you've got about another month before Over the Garden Wall season is over. So, you got time. I'll forgive you for not doing it before Halloween. Man, I'm gonna get really hungry over the course of this stream, I can tell. At least I'll be drinking some carbs. It works, so I can't watch the screen. That is a bummer. That is impressive that you can read Japanese. Can you speak it? I know like next to nothing about Japanese as a language, but it's like it's character driven, right? Like I know there's a phonetic alphabet for Westerners or whatever, but I don't have anything specific planned for Halloween, no. Just work. I already did my Halloween event, which was going to Halloween Horror Nights. Pretty fun. It wasn't the best, but it was enough. I might stream. We'll see. I do not recommend learning Japanese. Yeah, I can read the Cyrillic alphabet. I took a couple semesters of Russian in college. Really, really cool language. And that is phonetic, so it's pretty easy to read. Oh yeah, are you going to like a party with your pinhead costume? Something specific? Some kind of event? Watched that stream, just played Edith Finch, thought I would recommend it. It's a story game, but very interactive. It's about death. Cool. I'm gonna pull up another tab and write that down. Giving candy to children, hanging out with friends. That's good. That's a good Halloween. I finished a video today, so I was finally able to get rid of some tabs. That reminds me, I need some advice from you people. Oh, okay. If I say that the way journalism becomes biased is not by having moral principles, whether left or right, whatever, any moral principles, but by being attached to institutional power, is that clear? Is it clear what I mean by that? Because I say that in this video. It's really the kind of thing that I should have, there are a couple people I should have just asked to read the script or asked to watch the video, and they would have been able to tell me one way or the other. It's kind of been gnawing at me for the past few days, and this is exactly the kind of situation that I was trying to avoid by hiring a researcher and co-writer in the first place. So that's what I should have done, but I didn't, and now it's in the video and I can't decide whether it needs to be taken out or not. Right, otherwise it's just Jesus Christ, dog. Yeah, otherwise it's just someone saying an opinion. It seems like journalistic standards, like professional journalism, kind of, which I think is a huge, I don't even think I know is a huge misunderstanding and like misapplication of the word when we talk about journalistic standards. It's being fastened to institutional power, right? You know, Fox News loses the Dominion lawsuit because it was so clear that they were lying about the things that they were researching and investigating for the benefit of Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Just like having a bad opinion or doing bad research doesn't mean that you are a biased journalist. You know what I mean? I just don't know. Well known that media get their marching orders from political allies and local. Yeah, and that's what I preamble with. That like, so like the context is basically that I'm saying, you know, part of the reason Channel 5 is so good and Andrew Callahan is such a good journalist is because he's completely detached from institutional power. That like most journalistic outlets rely on the military, off, you know, federal information, off I mean even local governmental information. Just like those are the legitimate. Jesus fucking Christ, be right back. So yeah, there are a few like legitimate sources of information as a journalist, and they all just happen to come from government sources, almost entirely. You can be, and that's why nobody, especially with social media now. Uh-oh, we crashing? Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Especially now that everybody has access to social media and all this shitty information and like, you know, sort of bespoke information from there, now people don't trust the media because it's so obvious how attached to institutional power media is and where they're getting their information. Nobody wants any part of that. So yeah, I just like every now and then I'm gonna close a couple programs here, 1 second. Every now and then I just wonder about something I say, like whether something I say in a video is gonna just cause like the same fucking comment to, you know, to appear over and fucking over again, and I hate that shit. I try to avoid it because it's extremely annoying. Yeah, journalism is an objective, it's part of it. Yeah. It was connected to industrial political hierarchy, those opinions become way more suspect. Yes. Yeah. And like the entire structure of like journalistic objectivity is supposed to, you know, like, I mean, I'm not a journalism scholar, I guess. I could have this wrong in some way, but you know, it's like above all other things, you're supposed to be questioning power. And the suspicion now is that that's not what people are doing, you know. It's true. Some commenters might get pedantic, but they're pedantic about everything. It's so true. I just know that I'm gonna get, you know, Just comment after comment. Like, oh, you think that like a journalist can't be biased unless blah 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 blah, and I don't know. Whatever. What are you gonna do, I guess. Sorry, audition just crashed. I need to get out of Premiere too. I've got way too many programs open. Computer isn't gonna be happy about that. Okay, we'll get rid of you. And the thing about being attached to institutional power, additionally, is that, like, the reason that entrenches bias is because if you only have one source of information, you only have one source of information. You know, if you are beholden to institutional power above truth, however you're defining it, then your ability to find truth, however you're defining it, is necessarily constricted, right? Oh god, no, the Lord of the Rings ice ads, I can't even find anything to laugh about it in that kind of shit anymore. You know, it's evil. It's evil. It's exactly what Tolkien didn't want. Yeah, Joe the Plumber won't comprehend Das Kapital, and I don't think Joe the Plumber should have to. I don't think that class consciousness is particularly complicated. You know? Yeah, did y'all see that that tweet of Elon's the other day? Where he was talking about hobbits and how, like, ooh, hobbits need to be protected by the hard men of Gondor, which is a really super weird way to phrase that. And it's, I don't know, it's super weird how, like, stupidity and malice, I guess stupidity and malice are combined. Maybe that's what evil is. But it's like, they're so one and the same now, you know? It's like impossible to tell the difference between the two anymore. And their sort of fetishization of Lord of the Rings is a huge, it's not even a part of it so much as just like a method of demonstrating it. That's a fucking stupid way to interpret Lord of the Rings. Like, hobbits aren't weak. Hobbits take the ring to fucking Mordor. Hobbits are the heroes of the story. Nothing in that story happens without hobbits. You know? It's just a fundamental, it's like a, you know, literally like an F- interpretation of that story. Who's listening to your last stream? Elon, if you're watching this shit, oh my god. Elon, if you're watching this shit, I hope you have a very pleasant ketamine trip today. I did hear about the refugee camps, yeah. I do have a weapon now. I think I have a couple. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got my sledgehammer. Woo! Hooey! I'm unstoppable. Where's this key, do we think? Go talk to your daughter. Babadook, you always do this. You always arrive and then you announce that you have to go and then you don't go. You make me sad and then you make me happy by not leaving. What color would a clown god's magical maelstrom be? Ooh. Clown was originally a floating guy from the depths of the internet that birthed himself from a woman so he could birth his messianic son from that woman's husband. That's kind of Art the Clown coded. What color? It's gotta be either red and yellow or rainbow, no? I'm hiring an editor, by the way. Just giving away more of my money. But I can't be spending as much time as I do editing videos. For each video, it's like, I don't know, 5 days of work. That's a whole work week, you know? I can't be doing that. It's not good. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like I'm wasting time. Especially because I'm not like, I'm an okay editor. I like editing. Damn it. But, okay, I actually really quite like editing. But I'm not like I'm not a great editor. Boo. Babadook forever lives in the cellar. Yeah, come on up, Babadook. Whenever fancy strikes. You think yellow is the best spooky color? That's interesting. I am butter scraped over too much bread. I do feel thin. I do feel stretched. No, a couple weeks ago when I was in the midst of a little bit of an editing binge and getting kind of frustrated about it, a patron messaged me who is an actual like real life film editor and offered his services, so I'm gonna message him probably tonight and ask if he wants to edit my stuff starting with the next video. Ooh. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think that me having edited so much of my stuff has been a waste by any means, you know? Like, now I think when I do talk to an editor, I will be able to be really specific about what I want out of videos and be able to say, you know, use this precise clip here and that one there, and you know, cut this way, and I think it'll be fine, you know. Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame, but I have to scale, unfortunately. It's that time. Explore the school's second floor. That's it? That's all I have to do? Okay. Gold and honey and poison. Ooh, and smiley faces and lightning. Those are all, yeah, those are good yellow things. Aw, thanks. I also like the Pretzel Jack video. I think it's one of the less popular videos, just because fucking nobody watched Channel Zero, which is a real shame, because season 2 is super good. But yeah, every now and then somebody tells me that they like that video a lot, and it makes me happy. Hi, Hampton. Love you. There's absolute benefits to getting an editor, and also like I can still edit some stuff myself. For sure. Like really what it is that like I just did, you know, the part of editing that's fun and feels creative for me is like maybe a day's worth of work, and then everything else is just like metadata and pixel fucking and finding specific clips. And like this particular video, like it should have been done last week, but I've been kind of putting it off because it's required me to go through a bunch of fucking Jubilee debates and scrub through it, and that like it's like fucking depressing, you know. I don't want to do that. What a way to spend an afternoon. I was sitting here editing yesterday, and Morbid Man came in to check on me, and I saw myself in perspective, you know. I saw myself from outside eyes, from his eyes, and I was like, wow, how did I get here? What am I doing? What life decisions led me to the point where it's now my job to sit and just like look for the worst shit anybody's ever said in a Jubilee video? That sucks. I don't want to do that. All right, bye Babatuk. See you later. Watch over the garden wall, please. I've never played Bloodborne. I thought about making the Halloween game this year, Bloodborne, but in fact, I think maybe I mentioned that here. I may have even promised it to somebody. I just kind of wanted to play this more. I have played Elden Ring though, and I will play Bloodborne eventually. Hampton, did you write by hand? That's very bohemian of you. Yeah. But we already did this. He can't have heard Charlie Kirk in the background. I had headphones on. Imagine just sitting around and having Charlie Kirk and Michael Knowles and that all those people who debated Mehdi Hassan just in your skull for hours. It sucks. I need an editor. Static voice, interesting. He speaks with other people's voices. Ooh, I like that. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I am exploring the school's second floor. Okay, I guess I'll go back upstairs. Very good, Ronan. Good comment. That is literally the vibe, yeah. Come debate your right to exist. Won't that be fun? We're practicing radical empathy here at Jubilee. I think about the Coraline meme with the dad at the computer all the time. Oops. Yeah, Michael Knowles is... Fuck, man. Ah, there we go. Okay. I meet from the track and field club since you found a key with key box written on a practice. Sean got back to you. Probably left in the locker when. Okay. Okay. Now we have the... Finally have the key for lockers. Okay. Hi, twig person. How are you this evening? I think I also hate him more than Shapiro. He's 10 times smarmier, which is quite an accomplishment because almost nobody is smarmier than Ben Shapiro. Spent a minimal amount of time in Bloodborne looking for keys. Good to know. Intended for certain audiences. Is that what it says? Is that just because I'm playing Silent Hill? Does it just autofill that? Where the fuck is the new video? I'm probably gonna put it on Patreon after I hop off stream. I'm like halfway through just, you know, quality control viewing. But I think all the edits are done. What? Missed a train and got home 3 hours late. That sucks. It's the only thing I don't like about public transit. I don't think I prefer that Knowles seems to be enjoying it. It's quite ghoulish in a way that Shapiro isn't exactly. Shapiro seems a little more sincere, I guess. Maybe it's because he's Jewish. And he, you know, being Jewish, he actually is a minority. And seems to be at least a little bit aware that that puts him at something of a disadvantage and makes him a little bit kinder and more open. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's a right-wing nerd. I think that's, yeah. He's ideological, but Michael Knowles is an ideologue, you know. He fucking sucks. He and Charlie Kirk were more similar to each other than either of them were similar to Ben Shapiro, I think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has to be aware on he has to be aware on some level that if the Nazis win, he's fucked. I think that's right. Like Mexican Air Force, or surely not American Air Force. Ooh. I think you hate Matt Walsh the most. Matt Walsh just has such negative charisma that if we're, you know, of the trio, he doesn't even really quite register. Same for the shit, what's the name of the guy who owned the Daily Wire, who just, like, it was ousted basically. What's his name? He's a huge fucking dork too. Like, I don't think anybody sits in a room with Matt Walsh or that guy or Ben Shapiro for that matter and feels threatened in any way. But Michael Knowles I actually find quite creepy. Hampton, that's not obvious to me at all. I don't know if you've heard that the U.S. military has sent a bunch of like we're preparing to go to war with Venezuela. It looks like. Well, Open the locker in the locker room. What? But, maybe... Ah, yeah, Jeremy Boring. Yes. Even his name. His name is Jeremy Boring. Come on. It seems that making secret codes with numbers and symbols is all the craze these days. 377. But we already tried that. Kevin Dull. So we're stationed here and let me tell you, they can't drive for shit. Mexicans are pretty insane drivers though, I gotta say. Not Mexican immigrants, not Mexicans in the US. They drive fucking perfectly. I'm not getting fucking pulled over, you know? But Mexicans in Mexico, oh my god, frightening. Frightening drivers. I don't know if that means they're bad drivers though. Probably not. For a while I thought maybe I should do a Lady Ballers video, but nah. I'm fine not having to watch that. We can't do it all. Excuse me. My classmate is barred from leaving the country for 5 years. Why is that? Very, very naughty. Well, sometimes that happens. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to do. Oh. Learn how to fight was enough. Great. Thank you. I need to go back. I keep meaning to do this. I need to go back and use the shitty YouTube editor to take out the part where I claim that Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris weren't bullied. That was like serious misinformation on my part. I had a bad source. Okay, open the locker. What was it, 377? We already tried this, but hey, fuck it. We'll try it again. What the fuck? You befriended a Brazilian yesterday. That's fun. Brazilians are fun. What? Which locker? What? I might have to look up a tutorial. I'm so sorry. But it's been half an hour and we've gotten nowhere, so try not to look into it as much, but might not be for me. Depends. What do you think? What about it seems like it wouldn't be for you? I like it a lot so far. Oh no, lost Snowhound. Were they bullied more than Baseline though? I mean, nobody's bullied enough to do what they did, for sure. Did check the map. Open the locker in the locker room, it says. This is a cool puzzle. Don't do it. Can you give us a teaser of the video it's about to drop? And what kind of teaser? I can tell you what it's about, but I've been talking about it for the past 2 weeks, so. They want you searching for codes, maybe. Maybe. This is a cool puzzle, don't do it, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've already gone up and down both flights of this school like 10 times over just in the past half hour. I've never done a video on the Evil Dead, but I would like to. I'd kind of like to do one about. I'd kind of like to use the Evil Dead for a video about horror and humor, like how related horror and comedy are. Evil Dead 2 is a hilarious movie. It's so fucking funny. What's that? Oh, okay. I can't do anything. Can't do anything right. I have a key. What is the key that I got then? Used to open the hall doors. Is that okay? By hall door, do we mean this door back here? No. Thank you, Snowhound. Do you accept pieces of art from follow-up? Abso-fucking-lutely. Nobody ever does that for me. Scots got bangers. Yeah, they do. The Scottish and the Irish. They know music. They've got a song in their hearts. Karaoke stream. Jamaican Irish spiritually. Ugh, poor Jamaica. Okay, I think I'm gonna look it up. I'm stuck. Stuck. Yeah, it's definitely different, this game from the other Silent Hill games. It's an interesting vibe. I think it works. School. Okay. Hi, Paul. Code is 534. But okay. I'll take your word for it that it's 534, but how was I supposed to know that? I want to know how. Open the locker in the locker room. You can now open what? Pick up the Arare from the table and the origami of grievances from the chair on the stack of books. Finally interact with the chalkboard. None of that sounds familiar. It looks like maybe there's like a bunch of stuff that I missed. Skip past locker room for now and go right up the stairs in the center. You can now open the door with the annex key. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time to find this. Next stairs down here. Yes. Liar, 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 liar. Apparently there's like a bunch of notes that I just didn't find. But nothing in here. Maybe here. Nope. Hi, Carlos. How are you? Good, I hope. This maketh no sense. There are only 3 open classrooms on the upper floor. I have the keys that should open any ones that are still locked. But it's just not happening. That's really fucking lame. Pick up locker room key from the one that... Yeah. The combination is 505, apparently. It's just weird, though, because it's saying that there are multiple lockers to open, but only one of them is available to open. I think that's dumb. Am I dumb? Is it I who's the dumb one? There are 2 locker rooms? Russ and Tommy. What? No Rita? No concern for Rita? Oh, they're good. They're good. Tommy's been pretty stressed out lately. I don't think she... I think Russ is just too much dog for her, so she's been over grooming her tail. She's got a little bald spot there, and she's been really clingy lately, but it's okay. It's okay. She's good. Russ is great. Do I get seasonal depression? Not so much here, but I did in Illinois big time, because in fall and winter the sun goes down literally like 4:30, and it just makes you feel very shut in, kind of claustrophobic. Map should show you. But it's true, I do experience quite a bit of just normal depression. I don't know. There's one locker room. There's the box. I don't see a second locker room. Is there a door? Are these both locker rooms? It's Rita specifically. She's good. She's old. The locker room picture is covering the wall between... Oh my god. Okay. Neolithic behavior. Cap. I don't see it. I don't think any of you are telling me the truth. You just like to watch me suffer. Yeah, hot summer, summer, and cold summer. Yeah, pre-summer, post-summer. We're in post-summer now. It's pretty nice out. We finally got our heater fixed, so that's nice too. Yeah, like I don't see it. I just don't get it. It says there's supposed to be another... Hey, here we go. But yeah, won't open without a key. I hate it. Let's just go open and go open this the one locker that we cheated our way into. I'm out of patience. What? You fucking kidding me? Oh, happy birthday, Markata. Yay. Middle staircase on map, locked door at top. Everything stresses me out. Okay, so this staircase then, yes? What is this? Weird. Okay. This is new. All I had to do was go upstairs. I am stupid. There we go. You can read girl code, right? 84 times 4 written on it. Do you know what that means? Girl code. Damn, Ricarda. 45. Goodness. 4151 plus 3. 6 divided by 4,151 plus 3. XOXO Mickey. Miki, I guess. Man. Leave it to the Japanese to write codes in math. Oh, did you say 534? Tari is code for baka, so you know it's stupid. And girl code is based off the alphabet. Basically, you just switch letters with numbers and symbols that look like them. Oh, gotcha. So Satu would be 54 plus 06. I see. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Code can be any code when you transition. Whoa, you're in Greenland? That's sick. I'm so sorry for our behavior. Yeah, sad that it's dark when you go to work and dark when you come home. I hear it's super beautiful up there, though. Miki, I have absolutely no idea how that crazy formula spells Isiteru, but I love you too. Aw. Aw. Heard two of the crispiest gunshots ever, did you? I hope it was just, I don't know, for intimidation. I hope nobody actually got shot. Fairly unlikely, but... Bus! Bus! Okay. That I made it my luck recommendation. Okay. So, 805 maybe? Origami of grievances. Okay, I get it. Is there anything else? Chocolate! We can get rid of these. Oops. Oh no, Halloween festivities? No, my Halloween festivities took place last month when I went to LA for Halloween Horror Nights. What is down there? It got me. Yeah, shout out Mexicans. There's literally a man lying in the street right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Hampton, you gotta get out of there. Maybe you got a tummy ache. Not super dissimilar to LA, I guess. I thought you meant he got shot. Motherfucker. bad. My sledgehammer is so mighty that it makes the game lag. Ah! Oh yeah, Hampton, you'd be fine here. Ah! Oh, come on. Fuck you. Shit. Okay. Okay. I forgot whose locker belongs to whom. Information. That's interesting. I like that. Custom that's said to get rid of your worries, write grievances on a piece of paper, fold it into a fox. If you come across somebody else's, you gotta read it. Keep that shit to yourself. I like that. There's gotta be puzzles, right? Yeah, here we go, locker. Bus. So, what, 805 maybe? Let's try. Fuck. Well, what else could it be? One of them said what 0 is. Right? Yeah, okay. Oops. Oh, apparently it's you. Okay, so 8, 6, 5. Maybe AOI. 401. Maybe. I like one battle after another. Those are my thoughts. There we go. Good shit. I like that. I'm gonna find out Sugo's locker combination. Weird thing is when I convert to code, looks like a cry for help. What am I supposed to do? It's not like I can do anything. I like how Perfidia, like I've seen a couple of interpretations of her character that I think are incorrect. That like she's supposed to be complicated, yeah, but like I've seen people assume that what we're supposed to get from from her whole like tryst with Lockjaw is that, oh, she's complicated and like is like struggling with this attraction. I think that's completely fucking off base. What's happening to Perfidia is rape. He's coercing her into this because he knows that she cares more about the cause and the revolution than she does about her own safety or physical dignity. And it's interesting to me that that's been lost on so many people. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. It's like, that seems pretty clear to me, you know? It's interesting. Alrighty. Whose locker is this? Ayumi. The fuck? We could do 3. We could try 377. 401. Yeah, a legal and often literal gunner. Exactly. Yeah, it's bizarre to me that, I mean, maybe it's just more revealing than bizarre. I don't even necessarily think it's that like, oh, audiences are so misogynistic or whatever. I think that's just kind of what we expect, you know, from those kinds of character dynamics in movies. And I think the reality, or at least, you know, the interpretation that I think is correct, is a lot more interesting. We try 805 again. Let's try that. I just don't know whose locker is whose. What was another one? 401. Yeah, I thought that's why she was hesitant to be a mother, because she suspected correctly the baby was Lockjaw's and she didn't want to have his kid. Yeah. The idea that, like, I don't know. It's weird. Really great Benicio del Toro role. Liked that a lot. Maybe. Whose locker is whose? This is Suga. Okay. When you convert it to code, it looks like a cry for help. SOS 505. Oops. There we go. Yay! Yay! Inventory capacity. By 1. Whatever, I'll take it. This is Tycho. This is going to be the 377. There we go. Nice. Additional damage when using weapons with high durability. Effective only for weapons with durability. Okay. Up. Hello. And this is Ayumi. 401. Oh, no, we already tried that. Fuck. Yeah, here we go. This is 805. Ah, what do you mean? If it's not 805, what else could it possibly be? What is B then? It is 8. Oh, it's 865. Doy. Sweet. Key cabinet! Woo! Ah! Ah! Get dead. Oh, this is not where I need to be. I need to go to the other side. Oh my god! Owie! Shit. Fuck. No! Yo. Okay. We're good. It's alright. Alright. Nice. Okay. We finally get to get out of here. Can you help? Great, you're in. Yep. And the entire sequence of Benicio del Toro's, like, you know, little ragtag crew was awesome. Going as Leo for Halloween tomorrow. That's a great costume. Easy. My creative process. What kind of structure do I use? Well, recently I have actually like made myself a template for argumentation. So I come up with an argument, usually put that in the so I'll have an introduction, a conclusion, and then a 3-paragraph structure that, you know, obviously expands to however many paragraphs is necessary to make the argument that I'm trying to make. And there will be a sort of, like, you know, the thesis will be what the entire, what those 3 paragraphs or 3 acts, I guess, are leading to. And then internally, each section itself has its own kind of thesis statement. Usually everything begins with a research question. Why is this way? What is this? By what mechanism is this thing doing what it's doing? And then I research it. I don't know. I wish I had more of like more to say about it. I write around my research question, just like any kind of academic work, I guess. I mean, I also wish that I had more to say, just because it would mean that I'm a little more, I don't know, maybe I just wish I worked better. Can you tell I'm conflicted about my job? Where do I get my ideas from? I don't have any fucking clue. It's just stuff I notice. A lot of my imposter syndrome, I guess, or I guess the way that my imposter syndrome makes itself known is with this sort of tacit assumption I have that the things that I notice really can't be that like very worth chasing down because they're so obvious, you know. They seem so obvious to me. And then I actually make the video and I post it and people are like, this is amazing. I never would have thought of that. So that's kind of the impulse I'm struggling with right now. I get inspired by Shea Gilgis Alexandria. Where do I go? But if I go out that way, then... Okay. Maybe I... It says that I can't get out this way. So how do I get out? This thing you can do is to remind yourself that you can only talk about it in your own specific voice. It's true. It's really true. That's kind of the only thing that keeps me going. Except how am I supposed to get in there if that door is blocked? Maybe it's not blocked anymore? Oh, man. We'll try. Do you ever get over the weird feeling of sitting in front of a camera and speaking? I would find it so difficult. I used to. I've gotten over it because I used to be a theater kid. So it's just performance. And I retain an affection for performance, you know? I think it's fun to figure out the right way to say something. And what it used to feel like is lying, because a lot of what seems off the cuff when I'm speaking is not off the cuff at all. It is acting. And I find that a little duplicitous, but also very fun to do. Shows.
鍵見つけたぞ。
おかえり。面倒をかけたな。相棒も休めよ。俺たち先に休んだから。
休みなよ。私とシュウ君で水の番をしててあげるから。いや、私は本当に大丈夫。
Yeah, we have super nerdy conversations. It's very cute.
俺たちが見張っておくから。
おやすみ、ひなこ。
Yeah, I don't think a theater kid ever does stop being a theater kid. Just become a theater adult. You become concerned and fixated with how people are performing in their normal lives. Everybody's always performing. Oh no, I did actually stop filming to get pizza in the Pirates video. Yeah, I was hungry. I gotta stop saying hungry. It's starting to become an impulse. Just a reflex instead of hungry. And there was a fair bit there was a fair amount of ad-libbing on the Pirates video as well. That's kind of, I think that's the only video that I've ever made that was mostly just based on like bullet point notes. One Piece is so bad I will end it all. I gotta pay attention. What's happening? There's a hair stuck to my lip. Born naked, the rest is drag. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll have noodles tonight. The chickens were molting, and they stopped laying eggs for a while, but today I got 2 eggs again. So that's great. And the other chickies are growing up. They're almost adults now. They're very cute. Nobody's bullying anybody. It's all peace and love in there. Oh, back here. Ooh, if you were to cover something from a non-visual medium, what medium would it be? What piece of media would it be? So after the after Lord of the Rings videos are done, the next one in the slate is about unfilmable books. So, yeah, I'll tell you by demonstrating it. Aw, Pirates video is your favorite? Oh, yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, House of Leaves is probably an important one to include. I haven't read it though, which is a problem. I own it. I just haven't sat down and read it. It's quite an undertaking. It's an event, that book. Just watch the Wendigoon video. I will be including Blood Meridian, so it kind of seems like I maybe should. Man, I've seen some fucking L takes on Blood Meridian on YouTube. What has happened to people's media literacy? I don't understand it. Found what readable? House of Leaves or Blood Meridian? I can't tell what you're talking about. King LSR. Ah, okay, yeah. Hyperliteralism and refusal to engage with stuff on a thematic level. Yep. This fucking literalism. What a fucking curse. What a shit thing we've done to ourselves. Go through the door, it says. But yeah. The Pirates video is the one where our opinions align the most? That's interesting. There are a lot. I do offer a lot of opinions in that video. Oh yeah, Blood Meridian is incredibly unpleasant. Oh my god. Fuck. Man, there are some passages in that book though that are so beautiful. So fucking beautiful. How's the phrase go? And the little horse was watching out there past men's knowing, where whales ferry their vast souls through the black and seamless sea. I saw one video that was like uh well, that was like, well, you see, what McCarthy is saying is that the kind of, I don't know, they were trying to make this argument that the kind of violence that McCarthy is talking about in that book, that McCarthy is saying that it's like over and we've gone past it, we've like evolved past it, or some shit, which is literally the like, I couldn't articulate a more oppositional reading of what that book is actually saying. Literally the last words of Blood Meridian describe the judge dancing forever. He says that he will never die. How can we possibly understand that as being representative of anything but this, the violence of Blood Meridian being cyclical in nature and ever present in the certainly the spirit of American expansion, and potentially the spirit of, you know, all westward expansion, European influenced expansion as a whole. It doesn't make any sense. What McCarthy did you read in high school, Snowhound? I'm curious. I think Blood Meridian's his masterpiece. I'm pretty sure people will argue The Road, but The Road is great, but Blood Meridian is poetry from start to finish. I want to apologize for what happened the other day on the field trip. Soccer could cause a lot of trouble. To hate when internalized bed, dark movie theaters, tunnels like a plague, making the fear of the dark. Y'all see that Jacob Geller video? It's a good one. It's a good one. Unaccustomed to sleeping in a different environment. I gave her a stern talking to for behaving so shamefully at her age. She's since reflected on her behaviors. Sorry for how she acted. Please accept both her and my apologies. That reading would only make sense if it had a fast forward to the present, where famously no violence. No violence here. Nothing to see here. Hi, Goblin Lackey. Yeah, also the apple. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like this person just, you know, pulled that reading completely out of their ass. Like they just stopped before the final chapter and wrote their own. Since there are more people here, I'm going to ask again, because it's still, I'm still unsure about a line, about a line I said in my video, in the video that I'm editing right now. I say in this video, shit, fuck. I say that. I say shit, fuck, and then I turn off the camera in horror and disdain. Oh my god. Huh! Ah! In the video, I say that the way journalism becomes biased, the source of bias in journalism is not by is not by having moral principles. It is by being fastened to institutional power. Does that make sense? Y'all tell me. Does it make sense? What does what I mean by that read? Does it come through? Because I have such because I know for a fact that it's like exactly the kind of thing that could perhaps result in comment after comment talking about how, you know, Mariana doesn't believe that journalists can be biased, you know? That's what I'm afraid of. Disliked magical realism, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was hard enough to make things vaguely plausible. People love to focus on the violence and never how beautifully vivid the environments are written. Yeah, I think Blood Meridian is one of the best examples of the poetry that's possible in the English language. English is kind of an ugly language a lot of the time. It's not very evocative, you know. It's a very literal language, I feel, and I think that book is one of the like finest examples of how beautiful English can be. Shit. Can't tell what I'm doing at all. Have you made a Blood Meridian video? Will you ever? Yeah, it's gonna be part of the Unfilmable Books video. Zero steps because you changed the sentence. No, I didn't. It's the same. I'm high, so just see what kind of surrounding text there is. The context here is I'm saying that part of the reason Channel 5 is such good journalism, part of the reason that Andrew Callahan is himself such a good journalist is because he's not like the way that he's structuring his journalism in the videos he makes is so clearly detached from institutional power that the way journalism traditionally works in the United States is that you have places like CNN, like traditional journalists get a lot of their information, if not most of their information, from traditional seats of institutional power, from the government, from the military, from the police. And Andrew, in opposition to that, just talks to people on the street. And the fact that journalists, like traditional journalism, is so attached to institutional power is part of what makes people distrust it. And everybody knows that that's how journalism works traditionally in the United States. And so when a CNN reporter shows up at a protest or whatever, lot less likely to trust them as a person to talk to, and that lessening of trust results in worse journalism because people don't want to tell you shit, you know. So yeah, that's the sort of surrounding context for what I'm saying, which is again that moral principle is not what makes journalism biased. What makes journalism biased, what entrenches bias in journalism, is being fastened to institutional power. Fox News, loses their Dominion lawsuit, and it should have crushed the company, but we live in the world we live in, and that doesn't happen anymore. So Fox News loses a Dominion lawsuit because the kind of research they were doing, the kind of investigative journalism they were doing, was directly attached to the money and power that they were going to get from the Republican Party for, sort of laundering their claims about voter fraud. You know what I mean? I haven't read This Is How You Use the Time War, but I did buy it recently, so it's in my house at least, which is closer. By establishing powerful ties with potential sources, journalism gains an access to news. Yes, certainly. When we talk about balance in journalism, it seems to me like that is the balance that should be of concern. You know what I mean? How beholden are you to your sources? And how much are you in a position where you have to compromise what you're saying in order to retain those sources? You know what I mean? So you're distinguishing journalism from editorializing in that way. Yeah, I guess, kind of. I think the convo around this got confused by COVID, when there's a need to prioritize the claims of authorities rather than cranks, that easily entrenches into a power bias, even if just starting on a people who know things should be listened to. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Our culture loves our confirmation porn. That's super fucking true. Super, super true. Does it make sense? Is my question. Does it make sense what I said? Am I am I opening myself up to just endless super irritating comments about how I don't think journalists can be biased if I say that bias comes from institutional power and not from moral principle of the journalist? Okay. I'll take y'all's word for it. And blame you in the future. Phenomenon bias happens not because one has ill intent, but because it is in the journalist's best interest to maintain his or her connections, and that forces them to change the way. Yeah. Okay. That yeah, I think that's a fair characterization of what I'm saying. If that meaning comes through, then I will keep the line, I guess. Okay, good. Yeah. And it seems like that's important, I think, because like, ooh, it's still the school. This is cool. Oh, how interesting. What is that? Oh, it's one of those like weird composite doll guys. I'll come back for it. Because like, I think it's really important that we get away from this discussion of like left bias, right bias. No. Power bias is what matters. People can have different moral principles. You can be a, you know, a Christian journalist. That's fine. You just can't be a Christian journalist who is comfortable with receiving a bunch of money and access and power from the Catholic Church. Or any other church, whatever, you know. Okay, with the context it makes sense. Okay, well, there is context in the video. It's not just, yeah, it's not just decontextualized entirely. So like CNN wants to use the CDC as a source of claims about disease, but if the baseline is institutions are correct vastly more often than regular people, becomes generalized outside of epidemiology and specialist knowledge, thus connected to journalists becoming gullible with regards to sources of authority. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. The institutional power behind Fox News wants X result, so they push that result, and then they have an audience who wants X result, so they hire people who are willing to fight for it, etc., etc. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It's just comments are always just gonna be that way, to some degree, but man, it's just I want to reduce it to as few as possible within my power. Just because man, when you get those kinds of comments just day after day after day after day, the aged like milk thing, you know, it just like I don't like the callus it builds on my soul, I guess. Why not use influence instead of institutional power? Because the video's already filmed. Jamal Bowie talked about this sort of thing in recent podcasts, and newspapers actually used to be much more directly funded by parties. Yeah. He's so great. I like that fellow a lot. Ooh. Ah. Oh, listen to that. Oh, this is the worst one. This is the worst one of these monsters. Wow, look at... Yes, this is what I'm talking about, you know? Like, a good monster design is not just physical. It's also choreographical. I love it. Yes. And the sound design also. I love it. Hell yeah. Hi, Carlos. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. People not distinguishing between entertainment and information for sure. No, that is the most present problem in our media environment right now. Completely. A guy at work believes ICE agents are under attack from protesters with tear gas. Big yikes. What do you say to him? All bias is important. Everybody has bias, either because they're hiding something or because they've misinterpreted incomplete information. Taking anything at face value is dangerous. Yeah, absolutely. That's why journalistic ethics exists to begin with. And it's like, it's similar to a lot of the sort of like ultra literalist and ultra like positive realist bias that that exists in society right now. It's like the way when we talk about you know, oh, there's a left bias, there's a right bias. I think the problem with that, even though I'm you know, an extreme and fairly militant leftist, the problem with talking about journalism and information in that way is that everybody has a bias. And everybody knows that everybody has a bias. There is no such thing as objectivity. It's not real, you know? So, important to know. Oh, this motherfucker. God damn it. Ah! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Owie! It's really hard to dodge in here. Fuck! Ah! Oh my god! Holy! Oh, get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! You're fine. Whew. Goodness. I think Bowie... Is it Bowie or Bowie? I don't know. Basically daring New York Times to fire him, yeah. I mean, it's like... Bowie is a kind of a good example of that proximity to power, yeah. Totally. And I think he's very aware of that. Bye, Carlos. Have fun. Yeah, I mean, he almost certainly has more options than, like, say, I do with the prospect of, like, quitting YouTube. Can't quit YouTube. It's my only source of income. I mean, like, Patreon, whatever, but, like, YouTube is my publishing platform. I functionally can't leave it. But I'm sure Jamal Bowie has other options. I don't know. Just give up. Just try to find common ground. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all there is to do in that situation. No way militant. Anybody who's listening, to my FBI handler, Hate gym class. Look at my gym clothes, makes me depressed. Oof. Aw, poor Sakuko. Oh. Wow. I'm kind of a bitch. She said it's because she's in a sports club. She'll get yelled at by the teachers and try her best. I get. Okay. All right. I know the truth. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay. He writes very historically minded stuff. Yeah, and I'm sure that's the way he writes. It kind of seems like he's very aware of that, you know, and he doesn't really talk to government figures or anybody for like current events type stuff. All his stuff is very historically situated. So he kind of divorces himself from the need to maintain sources in that way, I guess. Hilariously frustrating to see people profit off such a basic conversation, crown themselves as intellectual. Common ground is basic stuff like ICE should at least ID themselves. Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, what about, like, what does he think about, you know, this recent purge of ICE leadership? Seems not great. What does he think about, what is it? Was it half of all new ICE recruits in, like, the past couple months since they started really, like, you know, surging, the raids and really trying to increase ICE recruitment levels, that fucking half of them are failing open book tests, and many of them don't meet the physical requirements or the academic requirements or even the drug or crime requirements. They fucking show up with shit on their record. It's not a problem for him. Colonial outcast. 2 ex-army rangers who are funny and class-based and identity-based in their politics. That sounds nice. Colonial outcasts. I'm gonna write that down. Hate every public speaker. They're all such morons. I suppose you don't consider me a public speaker. Or maybe you do. I have done and said moronic things in my life. That's for fucking sure. Your cousin already hated you. Damn, Manny. I didn't know you had a run-in with ICE. That sucks. I hate them so fucking much. I'm going to Chicago next week. I hope I don't have a run-in with ICE. I have no reason to, but I hope I don't witness one, because if I do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop myself from appearing on video. I wonder if it would be easy as fuck to just infiltrate ICE and sabotage it. Sabotage it how? I wonder. What would be the most effective strategic sabotage for ICE? I don't know. fact that writing is now turning into a commodity because of AI is pissing me off. Yeah. It's gonna become very, 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 very unfashionable very soon, so that's how I make myself feel better about it. Oh my god, no, you didn't mention that your family was deported. Fuck. That blows. My family's still alright for now. No, 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 no. No job interview in Chicago. This is just it's like a, Tail Foundry is hosting like a sort of creatives, party, I guess, like networking meetup. So I'm going for that. And obviously I have friends up there because it's where my university is, so I get to see my buds. I should see Sinners in IMAX. I did hear that it's out again. No, it didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. I hate the idea of you appearing on video fighting ice. I don't either, but I don't need the stress. My favorite so far has been that guy who like bullied Ice out of leaving a couple guys alone, and like as he was following them to their car as they were like backing off like a couple of, you know, little cowards, they, you know, got in their car and drove away as this guy is screaming after them, "You fucking shoot me, I'll fucking die for this shit." Hell yeah. That's the attitude. That's the attitude that people need to have, you know? Network meetup, getting fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I deserve it. The country knows no IMAX. I guarantee you there's an IMAX theater somewhere in Mexico. Had an interview today. Hey. Well done. Congratulations. Think of the publicity. True. It'd be good for the channel. I need to get to that beast that's yelling right now. Yeah, kill me, you coward is a pretty powerful play. Exactly. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, there it is. Oh, this sucks. Oh my god, I hate how small this space is. Ooh. Ah, it's true, I do know where you live. But you said my country, so, you know. This is technically incorrect. Yeah, Cat Abu getting indicted wins her the election. It'd be pretty sick for team fight building. Yeah. I also like that her opponent came out and said, hey, this is super fucked up and it doesn't matter. Like they didn't even mention like, oh, you know, I agree. Me and Kat disagree on. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you disagree. Nothing matters. Nothing matters except fixing this immediate problem. In the way that our civilization functions, you know. So I like that. What did I just open? Hate the dark. Reminds me I'm all alone. Everyone's always telling me I'm a little weird. I'm a bit strange. Oh, poor Sakako. Oops. Oh no. Oh, geez. Damn. All my friends hate me. Me. I'm American and I get to watch the best art and the best medium and I eat dog shit food. Dude, it's so true. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go. I got my paperwork the other day to go get my Mexican passport so I can flee if I have to. So that'll be something to look forward to. If I do have to flee, at least the food will be good. Need more communities to engage with ICE at the same level as farming communities. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll buy your farm for $5. Take some serious balls to yell that at ICE agents. They're recruiting some bad people right now. Yeah, but they're all cowards. They're all huge fucking cowards. Fucking shoot me. What are you gonna fucking do? You're not gonna do anything. Shoot me. Shoot me. I'm fucking unarmed and bare feet and PJs. Shoot me. How do you think it's gonna look? It's not gonna happen. It may happen. I mean, it may happen. But we have to have the attitude that it's not gonna happen. That's the only way we win any of this. It's just calling each other's bluff, you know. Yeah, that's the spirit, Hampton. Exactly. Imagine saying it takes big balls to yell at cops. Oh, I just let the thing loose, I think. Yep, sure did. All right. Come on. Stab. Stab. Does that mean I can go into whatever space that thing was in? ICE agents are bitches across the board. Yes, they truly are. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. The thing about, like, yeah, it's bad that they're hiring all these like clearly unqualified and terrible people. That's bad. The other thing though is that the stupider they get and the more out of shape they get, the older they get, you know, the less qualified they get, the easier they are to manipulate, the easier they are to get a rise out of, the easier they are to bait into doing something really fucking stupid. And that has to be taken advantage of at all costs, including being arrested, including getting hurt, you know. I really don't want to do that. But I think I will. I think I will if it's required of me. I swear to God, if Ice Runes or Lord of the Rings Saga. Fucking dark times. Yeah, it's the worst people. They're orcs. Everything I say in my orc video applies to ice. They're orcs. Hi, Rita. Oh my God, hi, kitty. rationalizing everything as a pro and con instead of just saying, hey, nope, we don't fucking do that here. Yep. It's true. Which is not how, you know, famously, not how America was birthed. not the attitude that any revolution, any successful revolution has. This could, I keep saying it because it's because it continues to be true. Americans fucking lost their roots, forgot who we are. We all, ever since, you know, since the post-war economy, we just convinced ourselves that there is no elite actually, or that everybody who's middle class is elite, which is horse shit. That everybody who just isn't like absolutely destitute is part of the elite. I mean, that's the propaganda we were sold, and we just ate it the fuck up. Yep. Let cars get in the way of your families. True. True. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck your hopscotch. Oh wow, one go. For a nation of used car dealers, yeah. Shit, it's gonna get back up. God damn it, I can't walk around it. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, there we go. That's so true. Americans got persuaded into self-destructive reliance because of credit cards. What a terrible place. It could be so beautiful. Texas really is a microcosm of the entire country in that way. You corrected to self-destructive self-reliance, but I actually think it's just reliance. It's just reliance on financial markets. That's still reliance. I'm gonna let this thing do my thinking for me. I'm gonna let this thing do my, build my wealth for me. I'm gonna let this thing just, you know, that's the story of America. Just choose more and more things to offload all of your thought and action onto. That's the dream. That's why the, you know, the stereotype of Americans is like the people in WALL-E, you know. I haven't died all night, huh? Amazing. Come back to Motherland already. I may have to, we'll see. Leave that wretched Costco behind. Crimes against the public trust and car too big. I think that if you own more than like an acre of land in this country, you should have to use part of that land for I haven't determined the parameters of this thought, but like you should have to grow something on it, or you should have to like cultivate a habitat, you know, a wildlife habitat on it. You have to do something with the land that you have, other than just develop it or you know, treat it like a giant lawn and poison everything, you know. Do you think the left should embrace some of the American founding? Yeah, I do. That's what no kings, you know? People keep saying that, I honestly, I have no patience for people saying that, like, no kings is cringe, no kings isn't gonna accomplish anything, no kings is this, no kings is that, and it's like, just like, grow up, you know? We talked about this last time, I feel. Like, if you're a militant type, then shut the fuck about no kings. Shut the fuck up about no kings, and I better see you at the fucking shooting range every day. You know? Like, living in a world with other people means also accepting that change is affected by all of those people at once and not just one. Stop trying to, like, police how other people are resisting, especially when it's like to the tune of 7 or 8 million, and just do your part. Just do your part. Stop fucking worrying about everybody else, you know? Bogs for all. Yeah. Eco-Georgism. How do I open this door? Every golf course is a policy failure. That's, yeah. Shit. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. For a lot of leftists, the revolution is basically their equivalent of the rapture. Yeah. Got rid of Christianity, but kept the mindset. I think that part of the reason I lean so heavy on religion and spirituality as you know, as a matter of, like, anthropological study and as a matter of understanding political economies and whatnot is because I think that in our culture we even on the left are way too wrapped up in this culture of secularism in a bad way, you know, and because we think we're so secular, we ignore the religious behaviors we enact all the time, like I think the revolution for a lot of leftists is a perfect example of that, you know. Like, you gotta be really, really aware of the kinds of, like, spiritual rituals you do, even if that's not how you prefer to think of them. That's a large part of what this next video is about, actually. That's my ritual theory of propaganda. Okay, this has a little green guy on it, so I gotta find the fox with the green ball. Okay, let's go check. Ah! Damn it. Ah! That's where I came from. Shit. What do I do? Uh-oh. Okay. If I turn this, it opens the blue doors. Okay. This one closes the blue doors, opens the white doors. Cool, 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 cool. Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. Oh, good. Okay, new dialogue. Means we're going the right direction, I think. Uh-oh. Shit. Ah! Oh my god. I gotta move some shit around. Yeah. These things, these give a bunch of health. So let's put those there. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ah! Oh, it's so hard to see. There we go. Okay. Bye! Bye, Elisar. Have a good night. I may never die again. Don't curse me that way. Don't tempt fate on my behalf. Was I just here? Oh, fuck. It all looks the same! Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I should probably go this way, right? That's where I heard all the... Fuck. God damn it. Nice. Alright. Bye, Manny. Oh my god. No. Rabbits are nice. Aww. 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 Sorry, I'm not reading all this. She's upset because she thinks that I'm gonna abandon her. It's nice to like bunnies. Halloween movies, I like them. I don't really have thoughts beyond that, except that I think they kind of determined what slashers are going to be. I think they're sort of I don't think that we would understand a lot of the other slashers as slashers if it weren't for Halloween, I guess. I gotta make a video someday. Why were you looking at my close friend's stories? I don't know what you're talking about. Who's your close friend? I do use Instagram. I just don't post on Instagram. Short sword would be so much better. Yes. Yes, it would. Bunnies. Yeah, I was trying to look up who this person is. Characters. Here we go. Is it Sakuko? Yeah. Got her head up in the clouds, a little strange, constantly trying to worm her way in how to pay me back the 500 yen I lent her that one time. Her father is the head priest of the shrine. Right, okay. Very in touch with her spiritual side. Spiritual disturbance. Bizarre comics. I'm too lazy to explain, then why bring it up? You'd either rob zombie one on your podcast at some point, right? Yeah, almost certainly. What's your opinion on furries? Oh, they're so nice. I've never met a furry that just wasn't just the sweetest person. It's like people who are subject to a lot of judgment tend to be ultra empathetic in that way, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty pro furry. I don't understand it, but I don't have to. Okay, so the red doors are open. What is... Okay, these are the green doors. Does the green door do anything for me? Yep. Fuck you. Ah, shit. Out of range. Used to hate that. Ugh, these things are so creepy. Yeah, being a weirdo and being mean is not a good combination. Yeah. I wish more people would realize that everybody's pretty weird, you know? Everybody's weird, so it would behoove everybody to not be mean. Nobody should be mean. This is something that gamers never really got. Yeah, exactly. Stupid gamers. Yeah, they're weird, but they feel no need to, you know, make up for their weirdness socially at all. They just think that they, you know, deserve as much social interaction and social cohesion with the rest of society just based on what? You're not giving anything, dude. Not sure if you saw my Patreon comment. Oh, I did see your Patreon comment, Goblin Lackey. I like, they show up in email. And I did open the email and I was like, I gotta respond to that. But then I just got in my editing hole. So I didn't. I would have eventually, but since you're here, yeah, I completely agree. It's like one of the, been one of the fun parts of the seminar, because I didn't know that Paul was going to be there. I didn't know that we had any kind of in with Von Forrester like that. So it's really cool to have him there to chat with us. It's, yeah, this is the benefit of actually interacting with people, you know, instead of just assuming that you're your own isolated universe and all you need to ever know or think about is already in your head, you know. Yeah, the seminars have been super fun. I'm gonna quit here in a second. I'm getting hungry. My only hobby is playing Fortnite, and get this, I also think racial slurs are cool. Please date me. Yeah, exactly. Everything about how games as an art form seem to be outpacing the maturity of many gamers. Maybe. I wish I had more time to play video games. That'd be nice. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm gonna watch the rest of this video and make sure there's nothing else that needs to be changed. Also just sort of morally encouraging to see a pretty old guy who's showing a lot of intellectual curiosity. Still don't see that much. Yeah, certainly not my grandparents. Yeah, Paul must be in his 80s. Elders, man, you know. It's one of the things, one of my least favorite parts about American society is how we treat elders, by which I mean we pretend like they don't exist. So it's always really nice to meet elders who are like, you know, who actually are like repositories of knowledge in the way that I think they should be treated. Fun in Chicago. Good Halloween. Yeah, everybody have a good Halloween too. I might stream tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Everybody will be, you know, out doing Halloween stuff, but might be fun to do if I don't have anything else to do. I was mean to everybody. There would be no in my life to smile and nod at me while I talk about Pathologic. Yep. How to mail you a thing I made? Shit. I tried really hard not to give my mailing address out. Shit. I guess this is like a physical object. Can't be scanned or anything. Fuck. Mail it to me, I'll hand deliver it. I'll have to think about that. Email me. Send me an email. It's on my YouTube page in the about section. And I'll figure it out. Mail it to me, I'll just keep it. Okay. Shit, when's the last time I saved? Guess it doesn't super matter. Jesus. Drop personal info, not extreme, if that's okay. Gotta get a P.O. box. Those cost money. Those cost money, and not an insignificant amount of money either, you know? Yeah, you're welcome to drop as much personal info as you would like to on stream, but yeah, go ahead and email me. I don't make enough money to have a P.O. box. Big sorry. If you want me to have a P.O. box, pay me. None of you have to pay me unless you want me to have a P.O. box. Alright. I might stream tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. If not, I'll be back Monday.